Everyone go check out PWE Report.
Your humble host of PWE Report, and right now we are welcoming women's independent professional wrestler Leila Hall. She is currently has one half of the Hooligan Pro Wrestling Women's Tag Team Champions with Allie Albright, and make sure to check out July 12th. They will face the Goons, and she will face both Sofia Rose and Rachel Armstrong at PWE Epic July 11th, Strictly Buisness. And we've seen her at Power Wrestling, Second Wrestling, Black Label Pro Wrestling as well in the area. And we welcome her on the show, and she's also ACIW Women's Champion, and we've seen that she trains at the House of Truth. And so one of the top, I've been told one of the top rising stars of women's wrestling in the Midwest. So welcome on PWE.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure, for sure. I wanted to, start off with you, how you've gotten into professional wrestling, and changed your life for the better. You've trained at the House of Truth, which is really established in Michigan. Yeah. And so was pro wrestling big in your life growing up?
Kind of, yeah. So I started watching when I was younger with my dad. And then I think towards middle school, I kind of fell out of it. Mm-hmm. And then I think towards my junior year of high school, which was 2022, I didn't know what I wanted to do when I was older. And I went downstairs and I saw wrestling on TV and I was like, oh my God, I want to do that when I'm older. And I think since then, I'm just like, I want to be a professional wrestler. And I've done everything that I can to get where I am today from ever since that day. So.
For sure. And then did you ever imagine yourself being in a match like back then?
Oh, I did, but I never knew what it would actually be like. It was so different. Like before I wrestled, I was like, oh, I'm going to wrestle this. I'm going to do whatever. But then once I actually had my first match, I'm like, oh my God, it's completely different from what I thought.
Yeah, I can only imagine. And when you started doing this at the House of Truth, what were the biggest obstacles you had to overcome?
Oh, definitely. I think I've always been a shy person. So during training, everything was completely new. It was a bunch of new people, new trainers. I didn't know anyone. So that was definitely something I'd get used to, talking to people I didn't know, especially if I want to be in this business. I was like, okay, I can't be shy anymore. And I think when we were practicing promos, that was definitely the hardest part for me, just because I never was a talker growing up. So yeah, it was just a lot of new stuff I had to get used to.
For sure. And Truth Martini is is the head of the trainer, right? Of the House of Truth. I grew up, seeing him at AAW and the independent shows. As the fans, we got to see the loud, the flamboyant, character. But how does that differentiate from how he is the trainer?
Oh, you cut out.
Yeah, as an everyday person.
Oh, you kind of cut out on the last
play. How is he as a real life? Oh, I was just going to say how different is he as an everyday person?
Oh, he's very laid back. Definitely more laid back than you'd think. He's very nice. He definitely helped me kind of get out of my shell and help me become the person I am. But every day he's very laid back, very chill. Definitely not what I would have imagined.
Yes. I don't know if you had to see him as his character, as a wrestler or a ringside manager, but he's very loud and
definitely.
That's great. And he has great connections. I know he was with AAW Pro like 15 years ago, so he's got great connections with the Chicago area as well.
That's very cool. I want to go out to the Chicago area more too, so that's definitely very good.
Now, when we saw you debut, you came like a cheerleader. How much was that were you trying to get the crowd on your side to start off with? What made you decide to start doing that?
I think it's just because I did cheer for almost my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what I was used to, and that was what like was kind of more comfortable as something I knew that I could do, and I was like comfortable
Sure.
with it because that was such a big part of my life. So I think that's why. But I've slowly been trying to like find myself like out of it, trying to find something different, something new. But yeah, that was just such a big part of my life. So I think it was easy for me to just go out there and be me.
Yes, for sure. And how do you feel you would connect with the crowd right now, even if they don't know you?
Um, I just go out there and I'm like, I know what I can do. I know I like these people might not know me, but I know I can connect with them in some way, and hopefully they cheer for me.
And you had the match with Leila Hirsch at Black Label Pro. Now,
Yeah,
it's tough to be on this card when you have Elena Black and her match
yeah,
with Rachel Armstrong. So you guys didn't want to be outshadowed by that match. So how'd you
yeah.
feel about it?
Oh, I was nervous. Like I was so nervous because that's Leila Hirsch. Like I've never had
Mhm.
like that was my biggest opportunity ever. That was like my like oh, I can't even. But like even being in the same locker room as like Layla, Elena Black, even Rachel Armstrong, I love her. Um, I was very nervous, but I was also excited that I even get this
Yes,
opportunity to be around these kinds of people and like have this opportunity, and it just meant a lot to me being able to be there and do what I always do.
for sure. You belong, right? Didn't you
Yeah,
feel that way?
yeah,
Yeah, that's a fun venue as well. And I just like the crowd is really into it. So did you find you probably got a lot of new followers after that show?
yeah, I did.
That's great. And of course, you and Layla, she got the win, so maybe one day you'll get to run it back.
Yes, hopefully we have a rematch.
Yeah, it was intense though. I felt like you guys both went at it, and it's definitely one of the better matches I've seen this year. So.
Yeah, she's definitely a fighter, but I tried.
Mhm.
She had the better of me that night.
Now, when you have all these different wrestlers in the ring at the same time, we're going to talk about second wrestling. Like, what was your favorite part of that match? Is you had Blair Onyx, Laynie Luck. Have you faced them before, or is that the first time?
That was the first time. I was in a rumble with Blair like a while ago, but I was so excited. I
Okay,
finally got to see her again.
nice. And you also had Heather Blue, who's your, a longtime rival in the
Oh,
Michigan area for you.
definitely. There's nothing new with her.
So there's a lot of interesting part. What's your favorite part of it?
What was that?
Part of the match.
Oh, favorite part of the match. Oh, it was very interesting seeing Blair talk to these voices that
Hmm.
no one could see. So didn't know what was going on there. Um, my another favorite part of my match is when I dove out into everyone. I thought it was so cool.
Yes, definitely another fun venue too,
Yeah, that was one of the coolest places I've ever been to.
for sure. And maybe you'll have a chance to face Blair one on one now that you have a taste of her.
Yes, definitely. I've always wanted to wrestle her one on one, and it was very exciting. I got to see her in a match.
Yeah, definitely. And Lady Luck has been doing so much as well.
Yes,
It's great to see another veteran like that just move up the ranks. And so I'm sure you'd love to face rematch them as well, either one of them.
yes, definitely.
And then also on the card after, I can't miss this, that Kylie Ray was in the main event. So have
Yeah,
you worked on a show with Kylie before?
I have not.
Okay, so first time you got to see her in person, how did you feel?
I'm like, I was kind of fangirling because like I've seen her all over like social media. And I thought she was like I think she's amazing, and like I got to meet her and I was like, oh my god, like she's one of the nicest people I've ever met. She's amazing in the ring. Like
Hmm. That's great. And she had the main event match with David Ali for the second championship. So who
Yes.
knows? Maybe one day you'll step in the ring with her, right?
Yes, hopefully.
And then when you face off against these wrestlers, I know you faced off against Sierra, who's been in pro wrestling since they were your age. Like, how does that inspire you?
Like I look at Sierra, like she's amazing, and like being able to wrestle her, I get to learn so much. Like I get to like have new experiences. I get to learn so much from her, and I don't know. I just like working with veterans like her, and like she just gives me what she knows, and like it's just overall a great experience. Like I get to learn so much, and it's so great.
That's awesome. Yeah, Sierra is one of the top wrestlers in the Midwest, so
Yeah.
much respect to her. And you also have two different tag teams now that you're a part of. Now, how different are they? Because you're at Hooligan Pro with Allie Albright, then you're at Divine Wrestling with, I believe, Rikki Morris. I don't know the name of your team there. Uh, I'm not sure the team name for you both.
Me and Rikki are social crash outs.
Okay, so how is that different with each partner?
Well, me and Allie, I think we're almost the same person. We're very bubbly, very colorful, very cheery. And then like Rikki, she's still getting used to me. She's definitely edgier. She's kind of mean sometimes. She's kind of scary. I'm still trying to get her to, be be very good with this tag team, like be very happy about it. She's still getting used to me though, so it'll take some time.
Okay, well, hopefully that works out for you, and you've had success with both partners as well, right?
Yes, me and Frankie actually just won our first match as a tag team at the last Divine show against Jocelyn and MJ Santana. So yeah,
definitely. Oh, you froze up a little bit, or you just froze. Hopefully, we can just give it a minute or two. Hopefully, it'll go back to normal. It sometimes happens.
Yeah.
Blame it on the weather.
Oh.
Okay, you're back. You're back on.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about now. You have this upcoming title defense against the Goons. How do you feel about the Goons? I mean, these two are pretty dangerous.
Yeah. I've seen their stuff all over social media, and I won't lie, they're a little scary. They do stuff I probably would never do. But I mean, like, I've went against any challenge, so I mean, there's nothing I don't think I can overcome. Especially with Allie as a tag team partner, she's great, she's amazing, and I know we'll defend our belts and walk out as champions.
Yes, that's what we like to hear. So well, I'm gonna post that part for the Goons to listen.
Oh
so
yeah.
They know. Yeah, for sure. And then I have to talk about you and Shazza. That's when you got a lot of people's radars. You had Shazza Mckenzie at PWE Epic in January. What a way to kick off 2025! And at that point, you had been like a year into business, right?
Yes.
So when you faced Shazza, what were the emotions that were going through you?
Oh wow. When I was like first announced, I was like, oh my god. Like I used to like go on YouTube and just watch a bunch of matches, and like I'd be watching her matches like early on when I was wrestling, and like the fact that I had the chance to wrestle her was crazy. Like I could not believe it. And once I wrestled her, I'm like, wow, that was one of my favorite matches ever. It was just a crazy experience. Like looking at matches before I was even a wrestler, and then wrestling the people I used to watch, like that is a very crazy experience for me. Like I can't even describe it.
Well, I mean, you've gotten a lot of big matches like that, and I'm sure Shazza Mckenzie and you and her will face each other multiple times.
Yes, hopefully sometime in the future.
And then we got to talk about the next PWE, which is Pro Wrestling Epic, Strictly Buisness. You have this match with Sofia Rose, OVW Women's Champion Rachel Armstrong, and this is Like, and you see yourself, you know,
Oh,
in that poster with them. How does that make you feel? How do you feel about being that challenger?
you know, like I always doubt myself when I get these, like, I'll just like think, I'm like, do I deserve this? And then like I'll look at match, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I really truly deserve this. Like this is happening. Like people see this in me. People are giving me these chances, and I'm just like it's so crazy to me that I'm even like I've been wanting to go to OVW for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And like the fact I'm wrestling the women's champion there is just like it's mind blowing. Like I'm so excited that I get this opportunity, and especially Rachel Armstrong. I've been wanting to wrestle her for a long time as well, and I get to wrestle both of them. Oh my god, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, yes, for sure. Everybody check that out, July 11th, and we can't wait to see what happens in that one. And you never know who's watching, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can't wait. Sophia Rose is one of those wrestlers that's really kind of come into her own the past like couple of years. I'm not sure how long she's been doing it, but she's
Yeah,
kind of like transcending, or you know, above. You could tell she's a star. So that's great for
yeah. I
her.
see her all over Instagram. She's awesome.
And so when you talk about the women's wrestlers today that inspire you, what have you been able to take from all of them? And maybe not something that we would, you know, we would like guess maybe, you know?
Um, Kind of just like finding myself. Um, like I look at all these wrestlers and they're all doing their own thing, and I think it's just helped me to find who I am and like who I can show myself to all these people. Like I don't know how to describe it, just like finding myself through like everyone's doing their own thing, and like I'm always trying to be like other people, but I think I need
Mhm.
to focus more on being myself more. So I think, you know, watching all these people, that's just helped me do that.
Definitely. And there's no shortage of great women's matches out there, and women's wrestlers as well.
Yeah.
And then I want to talk about power wrestling because you got to do something a little different with Shauna Reed. She's
Yeah.
the favorite, you know, there. She's bought in. Obviously, she's the big fan favorite. She's been doing POW for a while, and so now you came in and you had to be like the upset, like you were like the heel for that. So how
Wow.
much fun was that? Was that how different was that for you, first of all, and then?
Um, it's definitely very different for me. I'm not used to it. I've definitely been getting more used to it as I, you know, come in as the bad guy, but it's just a whole different experience. Like I always come in as the, you know, trying to get the cheers, but at POW, like it was a whole different experience. Like hearing them boo me, like wow. Very different than what I'm used to.
For sure. And you have matches you prefer longer, or do you like shorter matches?
Um, Honestly, I like somewhere in between. Like something I can, you know, get the point across but not make it drag out. I think that's the perfect time.
And then do you have a crowd that was your favorite so far? Maybe a bigger crowd or smaller crowd? What's your favorite
Um,
crowd?
Honestly, I think my favorite crowd is, well, I prefer, I think bigger crowds are easier to work with, but I think one of my favorite crowds was in Wyandotte, in my hometown.
Hmm.
All my friends and family would come out to like shows in that city. So I think that's my favorite, just because like seeing all the people I know, it definitely inspires me. So
That's awesome. And you get a lot of feedback, I'm sure.
yeah,
When you come out, you get to hear them cheer you and say things
yes,
and come in your defense.
yes, definitely.
And then what promotions do you want to wrestle for?
Oh, there's a lot. I want to wrestle on Dreamwave,
Okay.
um, AEW, Chicago Style Wrestling, OVW, NWA. There's just so many I want to go to. But those are probably like the main ones.
Definitely. Who attracts you in those promotions that you want to wrestle the most?
Um, I've always wanted to wrestle Maggie Lee.
Okay.
And she's everywhere. So I want to wrestle Shazza again. And I know she's there. I want to wrestle Larkin. I think she's such a fun character. Yeah, those are the ones coming to the top of my head right now. So
Hey, they're all known pretty well, so
yeah.
they all have big fan bases. So why not?
Yeah.
And then, did you have a point where you heard the loudest reaction ever, whether it was a entrance or a move?
I'm trying to think. I think the loudest I ever heard was I think it was my first match ever. I had so many people I knew there for me.
Mm-hmm.
And when they saw me come out, it just like so many people were cheering, so many yells, so many screams. Like that was pretty loud. I can't think of any other right now, like off the top of my head. But yeah, that one was definitely crazy.
For sure. Everybody can they see that? Do you have that posted somewhere?
Oh, from the first match?
Yeah.
Um, it's somewhere in my room.
Okay. And now, what do you want to be remembered for, when you're done with pro wrestling?
Oh, I want to be remembered by like always pushing and always trying my hardest and always being true to myself, because I think something I struggle with is just like trying to find who I am and like looking at other people. Like I just want people to always try to be themselves and be who you are, not try to be
Definitely.
influenced by other people. So I think definitely that, and just pushing through your hardest days, because I know there's some days when I was wrestling, I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. But when I look at other wrestlers and see what they're doing, that motivates me to keep going and keep pushing and keep fighting through all these like bad days. So I want people to think of that when they see me.
For sure. And I know you're ready probably to start traveling once you
Yeah.
get booked across the country. Anywhere in particular you want to go?
Oh, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan
Okay.
so bad.
Nice, nice. That should be fun.
Yes.
And then when you look at pro wrestling, where your career is at now, where do you want to head?
What was that last part?
Oh, where do you want to head from here?
Oh, I want to go. I've been wrestling a lot in like the Midwest,
Mm-hmm.
so I definitely want to go to as many states as possible, because I think that's more realistic for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, just getting out as much as I can, meeting new people, um, going to different places, just introducing, like, getting my name out there to people, and like just basically traveling. That's it.
Okay. I'm sure you'll have a chance to do that, and
Yeah.
we'll see you get booked in different states. And,
Yes.
and then when you watch pro wrestling, who do you look up to and why? It doesn't have to necessarily be a wrestler. It could be someone that's in the business, like in any capacity.
Um. Well, my all-time favorite was Bailey. She still is. Like ever since I
Mm-hmm.
started watching, she's been my favorite. I think she kind of influenced me a little to this day.
Right.
Yeah, like I've looked up to her for everything. Like almost all her match. I love all her matches. I take a lot of inspiration from her. She's just my favorite wrestler. Like I love her so much.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah, she's one of a kind as well. And
Yes.
and then when you look at women's wrestling in general, how popular it is, and how it can rival the men's matches. It's really in a great position, right?
Yes, definitely. I hear a lot of people talking, saying how like currently like women's wrestling is like as big as it's ever been. And honestly, I think it's getting up there with, people looking at like men's matches. I think women's wrestling and like their matches are like overall pretty good and doing kind of better than the men's, to be honest.
That's cool. That's cool. And you've had a chance to do intergender as well, right?
Yes, yes.
So, how do you feel about intergender matches?
It's different. Like, I don't mind doing it. I think it's a very cool experience. I get to do things I probably wouldn't be able to do on like a girl. Like I had my match with Adam Wick at FE Wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
and I was pulling out moves I never usually do. So I think it's just a cool experience. I get to do things you never really see me doing.
Yeah, that was a crazy match. I got to see that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully we get to see more of that as well. And
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Leela, being on PWE Report. And if there's anything you'd like to plug, go ahead.
Yeah, Instagram _ Leila Hall. I have my upcoming match this weekend at Signal 10 Wrestling against Noel Summit. Pretty excited for that.
Oh,
And,
nice.
and yeah.
Be careful for Noelle. She not only
Oh,
targets you, she'll target your friends, your family in the
oh
crowd.
gosh. Yeah, I'm scared.
Yeah, I think you got to see her at Hooligan Pro, and
Yes, I did.
yeah, you have an idea what to expect from her.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I appreciate you again being on PWE Report, and everybody check out Leila Hall at upcoming shows as well. Make sure to check her out. We look forward to having her back on the show. Thanks again, Leila.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. And before I let you go, can you do me a favor and do a quick shout out for the report, PWE Report? That's the podcast.
Everyone, please go check out PWE Report.
I was gonna do
Oh,
another recording, a separate recording. No worries.
okay.